The Antarctic Winter Film Festival, or the WIF. So the WIF is one of those rare opportunities that we have here during the winter where every single station on continent has the opportunity to do something together and to share one common event. A similar situation is the midwinter greeting cards that happen during the midwinter time. So basically the WIF was started by Anthony Powell. He's a Kiwi, and he is actually the filmmaker and the person behind one of the most incredible documentaries about Antarctica called A Year on Ice. It covers what a year on ice would be like, particularly at McMurdo and Scott Base, which are, McMurdo is the American station on the coast, and Scott Base is the Kiwi station that is very, very close. So he started this winter film festival as an attempt to create some sort of event where all the different stations have an opportunity to do something together and kind of share this big fun event, and it certainly is. So basically what happens is Scott Base is still in charge of the whole thing, even though Anthony's not there anymore. And how it goes is there are two different categories. There is the open category, which is basically send in whatever you want. So one of the stations like Concordia did a parody music video to Call Me Maybe, and then you have other things like one of our guys submitted a couple of his time-lapse videos. So really with the open category you can do whatever you want. But I think the real fun and interesting category is the 48-hour film challenge. So basically 5 different stations get chosen at random to then pick one component that has to be a part of the video. There has to be an action, a quote, a sound, a character, and an object. And 5 different stations get chosen at random. We did not get chosen, and they pick one of these things that then every other station has to abide by. And then at one particular time on a Friday before the weekend, all the stations get the information that is needed, and then you have 48 hours to plan, write, film, edit, and then submit a video back to Scott Base, which will then get distributed to the rest of the stations that participated in order to vote. So yeah, as you can imagine, it's pretty intense, but it's an absolute blast. So the 5 different things that we had to do was the sound had to be an old car or bike horn, the character had to be some sort of scientist, the action was the swinging of an ice axe, the object was a tennis ball, and then the quote that had to be used is from the movie Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife, this is a knife. Yeah, pardon my horrible Australian accent, but those were the 5 things that had to go into the video, and as soon as we got that information, we basically had a meeting, and a bunch of people showed up that wanted to be a part of the video, and we started to plan and trying to figure out what we wanted to create. Overall, it was a pretty crazy experience. I mean, we went really far into it. There were kind of 4 of us that really took the lead on the whole thing. But there were a ton of people involved. We couldn't have done it without all the people that helped, but the 4 of us kind of took the reins and really put this into action. So we basically, we went full on. So we picked a story, which I'll get to in a minute, and then we sat down and we actually wrote a full script. We even storyboarded the whole thing, which was pretty intense. So yeah, but it was an absolute blast. And I figure obviously I should show you guys our video. We're pretty happy with how it turned out, especially for, working for 48 hours. I think we slept for maybe 5 hours, if that. I mean, we were boom, 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 boom. It was really full on from the moment we started until the moment that we hit the export button. But basically we decided to kind of poke fun at the whole idea of conspiracy theories and all of them that exist around Antarctica and the South Pole in general. And so the story follows 3 people that come to the South Pole for a winter, and they get whatever job they can get, but the true purpose of them being here is to discover the truth. I can't even say it seriously. But yeah, enjoy. All right, here we are. Day 78 at the South Pole Station. So far things are going extremely well. Tadashley just found this gravity station on his maintenance round, so we just sent him down there to go check it out. I'm really excited to see what he comes back with, because it might be the evidence that we need for this.
Dude, what are you talking about? He's been gone for hours. This is all gone to I don't know what to do. He should have called in by now. This is stupid.
Jeez, what are you doing? Okay. There it is. I always knew gravity was fake.
Dude, calm the f down. Seriously, it's fine. It's fine. All right, guys, day 80. Today we're going on a science lab tour, and I think this will give us all the information that we need.
And with this optical sphere module, we can actually measure the curvature of the Earth.
This is great.
And follow me here, we're watching some footage of the moon landing together.
Concrete evidence, but we need something else. It's gotta be here, though. It's gotta be here.
Dude, science and nerds only. Dude, no, it's fine. It's fine. This is what we're looking for. Look, no. This is what we need. This is what we need. Dick Dashley should be here. Dude, he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. Oh. Dude. Don't go in that room. Dude, it's open. There's an alien autopsy. Come on, we gotta go. Come on. We gotta go. Be quiet.
Need a scalpel? That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Crazy. Oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what we're looking for, man. The government's silencing people like this. Where's the Dashley anyway? Dude. No, I'm not going behind anyone. This is what we're looking for. No, there's probably exactly what we're looking for. Fire ants and shit. No, seriously. No, I'm looking for Dashley. No, screw it. I'm out of here. I'm running rattling.
Yes, Director. I think this global warming notion you've come up with is fantastic. We should be pushing that everywhere we can. Who are you? You're not authorized to be here. I need security, stat!
All right, guys, so I have not seen Carter since the tour. I don't know what's going on. He's gone missing as well. I felt like everything was going extremely well, but things have just completely gone off the deep end. Both of them are missing, but here's the deal. I've got the map now. I've got the map. This is all I need. There's only one thing that's left to do. It's time to show the world the truth.
It's a long climb, my friend. I'm afraid you've seen too much.
Yes, that was nacho cheese being dripped on my face and then eaten. It was that was one heck of a scene. It took lots of tries to get that one right. And also, it kind of, you know, there's liquid in cheese, and where we were filming, it was like -60 degrees. Even though we were wiping it off between takes, it was like freezing, and my cheek was quite cold by the end of it. So, Yeah, as you can tell, we had a lot of fun with it. There were a lot of people involved. We really enjoyed kind of jerry-rigging some things. I mean, that scene where we're in the lab walking through, we don't have a good dolly, and no one has a gimbal down here, so we actually put, Erin was filming it, we actually put her on like a hand truck and kind of wheeled her around as she was like holding the camera steady, which, yes, I mean, we did what we could to get the best possible shots. And yeah, it was really fun. At the end of the whole thing, we had a little viewing party at the end of the night where we finished editing, and everyone that was involved in the video and some other people came as well, and we had some sparkling wine. We did toast when we actually like hit the export button.
Cheers to the truth.
Peace be with you.
We showed everybody the video, and it was just overall a really, really fantastic time. And yeah, then we submitted the videos, and then the following weekend we actually had our film festival. So we all went to the galley, and we made a bunch of pub foods. We had like mozzarella sticks and chicken wings and all that kind of stuff, and we basically sat there and watched all the different movies. And yeah, that was just an absolute blast. It was like 2.5, 3 hours worth of videos between all the different stations. And then one of the big things also is actually voting for various categories, various awards. The two different awards that exist within the open category are Best Cinematography and Best Film. And then the ones for the 48-hour challenge are Best Film, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, Best Costume, and Best Use of the 5 different components that you had to use, like the sound. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun, so we voted on a bunch of stuff. We ended up winning Best Editing, which was pretty cool. I felt especially honored about that because while we had kind of like those 4 core people in the room throughout the entire editing process and other people coming in throughout the whole thing and kind of giving their ideas, I was the one actually, you know, driving the computer and making the changes. So yeah, it was really cool to win that. Unfortunately, we did not get Best Cinematography. That was another one that we really wanted. We came in 2nd place, lost by 1 vote, and then we got 2nd place with Best Film as well. So overall, it went really well, and yeah, other people really seemed to enjoy it. I think one of the best parts actually too is getting to see all the other different stations on continent that participated. I think 22 different stations participated in the 48-hour challenge, and just being able to see them, and it's quite funny because some of them, for example, like the islands that are off the coast of Antarctica, like they're wearing jeans and like a t-shirt outside or a light jacket and the sun is shining. So just completely different from what it is like down here, and just being able to see the other stations and how they're built and how they're organized is a really, really neat experience. So yeah, I was personally super excited to share this with you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. And if you did, you know what to do. Make sure you go down below and hit the little like button and subscribe and share and comment and hit the bell, and you know the drill. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you next week.